This is Artifacts Mars. Kids out of the room, please. We're going to discuss the second Fort Hood massacre. And I'm not happy, obviously. But we're going to discuss what the idiot media has been saying about this. I'm looking at the LA Times, Nation Now, Fort Hood shooting, officials investigating the Fort Hood shooting. Are the kids out of the room? Fort Hood shooting? What the fuck? How about Fort Hood murders? This is fucking unbelievable. These motherfuckers get away with this all the time. Officials investigating the Fort Hood murders that left 4 dead and 16 wounded Wednesday said they believe the gunman's try-murderer, you fucking idiots, unstable psychiatric and physiological condition was a fundamental underlying factor behind the attack, and looking into whether an argument preceded the shooting, the base commander said Thursday. What the fuck? I'm getting about tired of these maggots who do this as being portrayed as mentally unstable shooters. They're murderers. This is a fucking crime, but it's not considered a crime anymore. It seems that this maggot, and I don't want to be insulting to maggots, but the problem is that I don't have a better name for scum that do this. So until I find something that's lower than a maggot, maggots are noble creatures compared to slime like this. He served a purpose before he did what he did. I'll think of something eventually, but I'm just going to call him a maggot for now. Alright. So, this maggot committed another mass crime. And the media never portrays these scumbags as murderers. They're called shooters. They're called gunmen. They're called anything but murderers. But what's worse than that is that base commander and the media have already exonerated this guy. It's not his fault. He was on psychiatric drugs. Fuck that. He picked up a gun. He murdered people. He is a murderer. The maggot murdered people. He murdered people. He murdered people. He murdered people. It's time to call these what so-called shootings what they are. Mass murders. The scumbags who do them are mass murderers. Plain and simple. They did the crime, they're responsible. Mass murderers, mass murderers, mass murderers, mass murderers, mass murderers. Saying that the media doesn't want you to think of these people in a negative light, because if you think of these maggots, they're not people, they're maggots. If you think of these maggots in a negative light, then the blame gets put on them instead of being put on the gun. Fuck that. He did the crime. He committed the murders. Unfortunately, we can't torture the fucker to death because he's already dead. It's so goddamn frustrating. Other thing is, besides the fact the media won't call these maggots what they are, which is murderers, cutthroats, and shitbags, whatever. I can understand they're not saying shitbags because that's swearing, but they won't call them murderers. And they, like I said, they've already exonerated this one. He's not responsible. It's not his fault. He was such a wonderful man. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck that. He was a murderer. Murderer, murderer, murderer. Here's the other thing. What the fuck? Why in the fuck are our military bases undefended? Jesus. Fucking Christ. Why in the fuck are our military bases undefended? What's gonna happen if the goddamn Russians come here and decide to do something? Fuck, that could take one of these bases without even trying hardly. You think that's far-fetched? Fuck that. I'm very worried. But we'll go on. If the Russians do come here in a Red Dawn type scenario, we're going to go on a Rusky hunt. Rest assured, you fucking maggots. Now they're maggots. What they're doing in Crimea. I don't want to get off track, but what the fuck is going to happen if we get a real attack on our bases? Our bases are undefended. The soldiers aren't allowed to carry guns to defend themselves. This is one lone murderer who did this. What's going to happen if, we did get the Ruskies in here, or, something really organized? The entire base will get fucking shot up, and then won't even be able to defend themselves. On a military base, they can't fucking defend themselves. And yet, the civilian police force is being militarized. They're armed right to the fucking teeth with every weapon. Some of them are getting tanks. What the fuck is going on here? This whole country's upside down. The liberal maggots said that our soldiers have to be undefended on their own bases. Our soldiers and sailors. Fuck that. Put a gun in every one of their fucking hands. Tell them only fucking places where you are not handle a gun is in the shower because it'll fucking rust, and in your bed because it's not a good idea to sleep on a loaded weapon. But tell them anytime they're on duty on the base, they have to have a goddamn 45 or something. I don't care if it's a 22 pistol. Put the guns on them. Tell them they have to carry that at all times. They have to be armed. It doesn't, and it has to be loaded with a clip. It doesn't have to have a round in the chamber. That would be a little dangerous. You don't want to walk around necessarily with a pistol with a round in the chamber. I'd be a little nervous about that myself, because the safety doesn't necessarily prevent a gun from firing. If you drop the fucker and it's got a round in the chamber, it can go off. Safety or no safety. But have a fully loaded clip. I'd say anytime they're on duty, they're staying on the base. If you're not in the fucking shower, you're not fucking sleeping, you have to be armed at all times with a goddamn 45. Or whatever they use, 9mm. I don't give a flying fuck. This is bullshit. And I say this to you motherfuckers in the media. You are some sick diseased motherfuckers to sit here and basically exonerate this maggot who did this. I'm sorry, this is utter fucking bullshit. Let's take a look at the article. I'm too fucking pissed. I'm Artifacts Mars. Get guns in the hands of our soldiers and sailors on their bases. Make it mandatory that they carry them. That'll put an end to this crap. They'll fucking dust these cocksuckers before they can do much damage. Well, I beside myself. I cannot understand why our fucking military bases are disarmed. What are they, a bunch of fucking social clubs? Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm Artifacts of Mars. Thanks for watching.